This is a guide for the Gahlran, Vault, and Caiatl encounters in the new Duality dungeon for a solo, flawless hunter clear. Let's start with Gahlran. The loadout I used for Gahlran is a sniper, a glaive, and lament. You can change the sniper to a primary if you're more comfortable, but I found having a sniper was quite nice for quickly transcending between realms and killing the incendiaries. Armor mods, you definitely want Glaive of Dreams, 2x of Armor of the Dying Star, and as high resilience as possible. I'd also recommend Solar Siphon, Taking Charge Elemental Charge, Reaping Wellmaker, and Well of Tenacity. For the super, I used Deadfall, with Vanishing Step and Trapper's Ambush. I chose to use Vortex Grenades because while they are bugged right now, they still suck enemies into the center, making them easier to kill. I ran Weakening Nades, Devour on Orb Pickup, and Increased Devour Time. My exotic was Graviton Forfeit, however any exotic will do you fine. Morpheus Riggs is probably going to be a fan favorite. When the encounter starts, try to find the two standard bearers. There will always be one on the left and one on the right, however, whether they are top or bottom is random. Killing a standard bearer increases your time in the nightmare by 12 seconds. Since this room is so short and you have a radar on, unless you're doing this on Master, you shouldn't have any issues being able to kill both standards and grab both. Once both standards are grabbed, you can kill the set of bell ringers, which will then activate the opposite side's bell, head there, and leave. At this point, you want to deposit the standard on the right side of the room, so that's either dog or sun. You can kill the incendiaries, enter the room, and shoot the bell. If you wait for the incendiaries to spawn before you deposit, you can invis into the room, turn around, and snipe the bell so that you don't have to deal with the Colossus. This will teleport you back into the Nightmare Realm, where you can kill the Shades of Gahlran. This first set, it doesn't matter how quickly you kill them, so you can use Lament, Glaive, or just primary them down. I just chose to use Lament. Once you leave, make sure you kill the bell ringers and then leave at the opposite side bell again. The bell that you leave at is always going to be the bell that you shot to enter the Nightmare Realm. So you'll always be killing incendiaries on the far side of where you entered the Nightmare Realm from, and then ring the bell at the side that you did enter it from. You now want to repeat this process for the left side, however this time we'll be dealing damage before we leave. Kill the Shades using your Lament. Do not use your Glaive, as we don't want to mess up the Glaive of Dreams timer. What Glaive of Dreams does is it gives you the 30-second unstable essence, but swapping off your Glaive will cost you 15 seconds. Once the last Shade dies, the door will open, snipe the incendiaries, and then tether Gahlran and slay out. I would do 2 to 3 light attacks followed by a heavy swing each time and never even came close to dying. When there's 15 seconds or so of nightmare time left, head to the bell to leave and repeat. This was a very easy 3-phase for me, and if you commit to even more, maybe 7 seconds left, you could probably 2-phase him. Let's move on to the Vault. The subclass loadout for this encounter was the exact same for Gahlran. The only thing that changed were the weapons and some mods. To start, I ran Huckleberry, Deafening Whisper, but any waveframe would do, and an Eager Edge sword. However, in my inventory, I had an SMG to swap to and Lament. If you don't own an Eager Edge sword, just run SMG, Waveframe, and Lament. However, I highly recommend getting an Eager Edge sword as it makes the timing much less tight. Armor mod changes were swapping to 1 Arc Resist, swapping Solar Siphon to Harmonic Siphon. However, if you don't own Deafening Whisper, Kinetic Siphon will do, and removing Glaive of Dreams and running Momentum Transfer instead to proc the secondary perk on Lucent Blade. Before starting, make sure you understand where each location is. I wrote it in my text chat so I didn't have to think, but here's a poorly drawn diagram using MS Paint if you don't know. When the encounter starts, figure out which 2 symbols you need, or just pick one, as you won't be getting both in the same realm run anyway. You can kill both sets of bell keepers and then enter the realm. Now, it's very important that you do not stand on the bells when you are entering the Nightmare Realm. I've seen many clips of people dying because they are standing on the bell when going into the Nightmare Realm. You only need to stand on the bell when leaving the Nightmare Realm. You want to stand in the middle part of the room, closest to the side that you're going to be running to. Quickly kill the enemies and the Colossus to spawn in the Standard Bearer, kill the Standard Bearer, and then use your Eager Edge Sword to quickly get to the Bell Keepers. Again, the bell you'll be leaving at is always going to be the same bell as the one you used to enter, and the Bell Keepers will always be on the opposite side of that bell. So if you ran the bottom bell to enter the realm, you'll be killing the top side Bell Keepers and then ringing the bottom bell again to leave. Once you leave, deposit the standard and repeat for the second one. Once both standards are deposited, find a safe spot to swap to Lament, and now it's time for damage. I decided to kill all of the legionaries before I started damage, and would pause damage if more spawned in, as that's just the safest way to do this. However, if you're confident enough, you can definitely fully commit to a kill each time. Repeat twice more, as nothing changes in the fight except for the type of enemy that the boss is going to be. Lastly is Caiatl. My loadout for her was a sniper, explosive personality, and lament. But again, a primary is a good substitute for the sniper if you don't want to run double special. Mod changes are back to Solar Siphon and back to 2x Armor of the Dying Star. This encounter is a lot more of an endurance test than an actual fight. However, it gets a lot harder as time goes on due to more and more incendiary backpacks grouping up on the floor, and sometimes those just randomly explode and kill you. Crutching Devourer is your friend here. However, just like the previous two encounters, the only situation in which you're actually on a time crunch is the Nightmare Realm. That means that you can take everything as slow as possible unless you're in the Nightmare Realm. To start, we're going to kill all 6 Bell Keepers, then keep a note of which 2 symbols are needed. Again, I wrote out the symbols in my text chat, but here's a really nice MS page drawing if you don't know them. As before, the bell you shoot in the normal realm will be the bell you're going to be leaving at in the Nightmare. So I found it was easier to shoot across towards either the left or right side bell, the opposite one of which you're standing by, to make yourself able to leave right after killing the second standard bearer. Shoot the bell, kill the first standard bearer, then kill the 4 incendiaries and the dogs, and then the second standard bearer and leave. Because I was running Solar Siphon and Devour, I was able to just sword everything to death in the Nightmare Realm with relatively 0 risk of dying. Now, if you're not comfortable doing that, just use your sniper to kill the incendiaries and the wave frame grenade launcher to kill the dogs. However, keep in mind, A, you're on a time crunch, and B, you're going to be standing still killing the incendiaries, and there's 2 colossi that will absolutely beam you, and we don't have arc resist. I wouldn't recommend doing the Nightmare Realm in sets of 1 like the Vault encounter, as then you'll be needing to kill the same amount of stuff in 12 less seconds, and it doesn't take long to just quickly snipe or sword the second standard bearer. Once you leave, you'll get some Centurions and some more Scions to spawn, so slowly kill these enemies and don't rush the deposits. Once it's safe to deposit the standards, do so, repeat for the second set of standards, and then continue on with the Nightmare Realm. Once you're done, the second set, place one standard, and don't place the third one just yet, because this will let you just absolutely farm as much ammo as needed. Once you're ready to start the damage phase, place the second standard of that set, so the fourth one total, and then shoot the chain to start damage. Damage is the worst part because you need to figure out where our friend is going almost instantly. The easiest way that I found this was by standing by the middle bell and instantly sorting those two incendiaries. It takes a moment for her to spawn in, and this lets you get rid of one set of incendiaries instantly before she's even spawned in. You're also going to be in the middle of the map, so you can quickly move to whichever side she goes. Notice where she's going, run there, and sort those two incendiaries. Shoot the bell, and then lament combo her. When you stun the boss, she's going to spawn in 2 Scion snipers, so be aware of that. If you're worried about dying, kill the snipers, but you should be able to survive with just Lament's healing. Repeat for the second and third bell. When I did this, it was a 4-phase, nearly a 3-phase. However, I did leave a lot of damage phases early to get a head start on killing incendiaries if I thought I needed it, or to kill snipers, or just because I felt like it was unsafe. I hope this helps. Good luck with the solo flawless if you do decide to do this on a hunter. I'm pretty sure there are a decent number of guides out there for Titan and Warlock, and I found this was the easiest for hunter. Alright, take care everyone.